Kraken's definition of luck. Plus one shout out. Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. Good moto morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Kraken's Garage. I'm your host Eric, and on Kraken's Garage we discuss all good things on 2 and 3 wheels. In today's episode we're going to discuss what my definition of luck is. This will be a short, quick video, and then we'll bow out to do a quick shout out and then come right back for the outro. So when you meet another rider that had a near miss, let's say a deer or a car pulled out in front of them or something like that, and they swerve and they miss the issue by inches, and you say, wow, that person is lucky. They got by the hair on their chinny chin, right? Well, I would argue that maybe they aren't so lucky. To me, sometimes the definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And what brought this to my attention was I was talking about scraping pegs on the BMW R18, and one of our viewers here on the channel, a loyal viewer, was discussing that every time he goes out for a ride, he practices swerve to miss obstacles. He practices panic braking with his rear brake, panic braking with his front brake. How's the ABS going to react when it kicks in, etc. He does this religiously every time he goes out for a ride. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my definition of luck. This individual, I didn't ask him if I could quote him, so I'm going to remain anonymous here, but you know who you are. The definition of luck of this man is he practices every single ride to prepare for that deer to jump out of those trees, and he's mentally prepared. He knows exactly what his bike's going to do because he's practiced 100 times over. Is he lucky if he misses it? If somebody's making a left-hand turn, is he lucky? Is he lucky when he pulls up to a stoplight and he keeps a route out in case somebody's about to rear-end him, and keeps an eye on the rear-view mirror, and he's mentally prepared to bow out of the situation that's putting him in harm's way? It's an interesting topic, and as most of you know by now, I promote safety and riding and gear and etc. Well, sometimes the best gear you can put on is the old gray matter, your noggin, and that's getting your mind right to prepare for the possible situation that might come up. Wow, that's a busy intersection. Whenever I buy a new bike, I go on a country road by myself and I race up and down it and do roaring stops. I'll set down, I don't know, it could be rags or something soft so it's not dangerous, and I'll practice doing some bobs and weaves to get around them to see how the bike handles. And you have to know exactly what your capabilities are. There's an old saying, at least for me, then again I am old, so most people probably haven't heard this saying, is never ride above 80% of your ability. Now why would you say that? Because you need that extra 20% to be able to skirt around a bad situation and keep you from having an accident. If you're riding at 100% of your ability, like scraping your floorboards at a hard angle, you have nowhere to go if something jumps out in front of you. You're going to be in a world of hurt. Yay, the logging truck is turning off. So when you think about it, this happens often when you ride with groups, and let's say you're a casual rider and you don't ride swiftly or fast. The group sometimes will get this shot of testosterone and everybody has to flex like they're a real man, and the group starts launching, doing Mach 1. You can do it. That's usually the case. You can keep up. but you're riding at damn near 100% of your ability, and that leaves very little room for error, margin of error. There's a reason why Moto America and Grand Prix racers ride on a track, because they are riding above 100% of their ability. The people, Valentino Rossi, etc., that win those races are riding above 100%. There's no room for error. Success and failure is measured by milliseconds and millimeters on what these professional racers are doing. And it's on a closed track, so they don't have to worry about critters and obstacles and texting drivers and things like that. So my humble advice to everybody is ride at 80% of your ability, practice your maneuvering to get out of harm's way, and you will have my definition of luck when preparation meets opportunity. Think about that, folks. We're going to cut right here and go to our shout out as we try to help out the community one shout out at a time. And I'll meet you right back here for the closeout. And you know what time it is, folks. This week's shout out is long overdue, and a very hearty shout out goes out to Salty and Sprinkles. They have 3,010 subs. They have 134 videos out. Salty is rocking a 2022 Indian Chieftain Elite, and Sprinkles, his lovely bride, is rocking an Indian Scout Bobber. They started a club called D.O.A, MC club, if you will. Not in the traditional sense, but the D.O.A stands for Defenders of Animals. So there are huge advocates of protecting all animals, especially dogs. They go so far as even to foster some dogs to help find them homes as well. And his charity organization that he started has already raised over $1,000, and they're buying food for kennels to help out with the situation with homeless pets. So I tip my lid to Salty and Sprinkles. I don't know what to say except that is absolutely brilliant and with honor. Thank you. They hail from, I believe, the Houston area. I could be wrong, but they're from Texas. A hearty congratulations goes out to them because they just hit 3,000 subs and they're doing dynamite things on their channel. What I really like about Salty and Sprinkles' channel is the interaction between Salty and Sprinkles. They both have cameras, and as they talk to one another, they pan the camera between each other, and it's very interesting to watch and very enjoyable to watch them banter back and forth. Their motto is veteran-owned moto nurse and rocket science on Indian motorcycles, bikes, food, and beers. Three things we'll be exploring as much as humanly possible: foodies and motorcycle addiction. Also some ranting and raving about anything and everything in the process. Absolute killer channel. I hope you go by and check them out. If you decide you like them and subscribe to them, please let them know that Kraken sent you. And back to our regular scheduled program. And there's my ghost dog, Daisy May. She's right up here. She's here to remind me to wrap up this video, and welcome back. If you would like to become a Patreon, the link is listed right down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more in the future, hit that subscribe button right down there in the corner. And remember, folks, go run, because it's good for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.